This is Talib 1980 Collects, and this is my next review. This is the Fans Hobby MB12A Nite Walker. Now this is a masterpiece of Transformers Generation 1 Nightbeat. So we'll get a quick look at the box. So here's the front image of it. The side. The other side. Here's the back. I'll try to zoom in on here. You can see the other offerings from Fans Hobby. But along in the box there is a card, trading card. Tech specs on the back. There is a decal sheet. And then here's a look at the instructions. Headmaster. It has decent articulation. Arms can pivot out. Full rotation. An elbow joint. A little bit of wiggling at the head. Not a whole lot. Legs can go all the way up. All the way back. Knee bend. Big knee bend. And technically it has an ab crunch, but that's just more for the transformation. And then here is a look at the car mode. I forget what Porsche this is, but I know it's based off of a Porsche. And you can pretty much see the whole robot under. Does open up with there is like a cockpit. You can fit the figure in there, but it doesn't shut very well. And then yeah, pretty solid feeling car mode. So that's all for the look of it, and let's get down to the transformation. Alright, so the first thing you do is this entire piece comes off. Now the funny thing is, yeah, it's parts for me. So Fans Hobby did a reissue of this mold. So the Nite Walker Nightbeat is the, I can't remember if it was first or if Athena was first, but they're the same mold. And on the re-release, the reissue of Athena, Minerva, they did a change and put a double hinge on here, and that way you don't have to take it off to make the transformation. And once I'm done transforming, I'll show you that. So the first thing you want to do is split the door tabs and then split it from the front. Rotate that down, get it out of the way. Do the same thing on the other side. Rotate that down, get it out the way. And then, let's see, it's been a while since I've done this. So, split the legs, and then split open this panel. Getting a good shot of this. Yeah. have that open, you can pull the foot out and then twist the leg out the rest of the way. So now the next part is we'll fold that window in, and then you want to fold that mirror like that so it's flat on the door panel. This gets slid down the slider. Rotate the foot the rest of the way out, and then tab the toe like that. Then you collapse that back, and then make sure this is tabbed. Should be a tab yet, because that panel's on that slider. You just tab that in. Fix that. And then do the same on the next side. So split that open. Lift out the foot. Rotate. This has to stay down. Stress right there. Rotate that down. Rotate that down further. And then put the foot down. Twist that. Flip the toe forward. Oh, did I do that on this side? Yeah, I did. Forget. You gotta flip that black piece down. So flip that down. Push that down the slider. You can close the leg back up. Twist that back. And then you want to make sure this tab right here is going into this slot. Maybe. There we go. Hold that mirror like so. So that is the legs. So the next thing we want to do is work on the arms. So split this up here. Kind of get that down a little bit. Then we'll go to the back, and then you take this panel, these panels, and rotate again. Same thing with here. Rotate, and then tab that back together. Then you kind of gotta push the ab crunch forward and then tuck those in. Did I get them in all the way? There we go. Let's kind of squeeze it in. And then it kind of fits flush. And then I already went down, and then you collapse these panels in. So now we bring the arms down the rest of the way. Twist and close the fist, and then turn that panel in, and then this has to rotate so that way shoulders can fit flush like that. Bring the other arm down, do the same, flip that panel in, rotate that. Did I get it right? Yeah. No, got it upside down. There. And then now you just have to peg this back in. So you want to fold that. And this kind of just goes. Stays up like that, and then just peg it in, peg it back in, and then that's it for the body. So what you do now is you keep for the head, put the arms to the side, do the ab crunch, and then collapse the leg, lower part of the leg into the upper thigh, both sides. And then you take one of the spare pieces. It's the cap. And then you shove the head in. And yeah, that is how you transform Fans Hobbies Nightbeat or Nite Walker. So let's go over the articulation. So head's kind of on a ball joint. It has really good movement. Down, back, full rotation, 360, a little side to side. I mean, the arms can go up. Part of the transformation. The shoulder gets in the way, but you can kind of move the shoulder out of the way. A little shoulder pauldrons. It's got bicep rotation, double jointed elbow, good range on that, and then the wrist has a swivel. The thumb just has one hinge, and then the hands are all hinged together, but there's two knuckles. He does have a bit of a back ab and kind of a little bit of a crunch. No real side to side. Hips, got a hip rotation. They're on a ball joint, so they can go up, but there is limited range because it just hits his waist piece. Legs can go all the way up this far back, and then he has a knee bend, not a full 90, and there is pivot on the toe, but nothing really for the whole foot. I mean, that he can do the A stance, and then you just adjust the toe as needed. So yeah, that's about it on his articulation. Now he does have a couple gimmicks. The first one is, so with all the headmasters back in G1, when you plug the head in, you could open up their chest and it would reveal their stats. Now, Fans Hobby did something kind of clever. So it doesn't, when you put the head in, the stats don't generate, but what actually happens is you can kind of see there's just blank white in there. And then as soon as you tilt the chest down, open the chest, the bars go up. So it eliminates the component, for plugging the head in, but you still get that feature when you open the chest up. So I think that's kind of clever how they kept it in there. And then they gave another face sculpt, or alternate color actually. I think one of these is comic and one of them's toy, because that was the other thing. Nightbeat wasn't in the G1 cartoon. Technically he's a G1 character, but he was in that, I think, 1988, so it didn't make it in an animation, but he did have some features in the comic, and then in later runs in IDW. And then he comes with a pair of guns, and they just are your typical Masterpiece tab, and then the hand has a slot that they peg in. And close the hand up, and then I'll show you how the face works. The face is pretty easy. Pop the head off, take the cap off, and that lets you get in on his face. and put the other one on. Maybe. There we go. Then put the cap back on. Now, my MP collection, my goal is to go for tune accuracy. And since this guy wasn't in the comic, I don't know if I'll go with the orange face, and he wasn't in the cartoon. But I think I prefer the yellow face with the red. I don't know, the blue eyes kind of pop too on this face. And it kind of has like a little smirk almost. Well, actually they both kind of have that little looking smirk, but I think I'm going to go with the yellow face with the red goggle looking eyes. Maybe if this will come off. There we go. Take that face back on. I think, another reason why I think I'll stick with the yellow face is because there's really no orange on this guy. And maybe that would be the reason why to stick with the orange face. I mean, there's a little orange accent right here on the grill. But, so yeah, let me bring in Minerva or Athena. So this is the Fans Hobby Athena, or it's also known as Minerva. So you can see some of the subtle differences. So Minerva's a fembot, and some of the changes you can see in the thighs. Nightbeat has more squared off thighs, where hers are round. The crotch piece looks the same. And then what they did with the torso, she has a more slender torso, and his is more of a defined torso. And in the chest they're different too. I mean, it doesn't like do boob representation, but the chest has a more round, feminine kind of shape to it. So, yeah. So my final thoughts on this guy. I mean, I think he's a good solid figure. I mean, manipulating things with the transformation, I don't feel like I'm going to break anything. This is my 4th Fans Hobby bot that I've messed with, and the plastic's good on these. Yeah, and they make pretty good Transformers. So yeah, that's all for this review. Thanks for watching. If you could, like, subscribe, share, comment. Look for me on all the other socials. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, X. I have a Facebook page. It's all Talib1980 Collects. I'm posting news daily. Anything with like action figures, anything that hits my feed. Action figures, a lot of it's more Transformers related, third-party Transformers related. That's what usually hits the most. But yeah, if you could, just look me up on those locations and follow me. I'd appreciate it. So here's for the next review, and thanks for watching. Take care.